Hey guys, it's Woody here over at USA Made Blade, and just coming to you tonight to talk to you about one of my favorite topics, which is the Hinderer half track. Now you'll notice we are here specifically on this video to talk to you about the fact that this one is the new Hinderer Tanto half track. So I was very excited about these. As everybody, I've never been shy about hiding the fact that I'm a half track fan. So these came in just a couple days ago, and this is mine. Just pulled it out of my pocket to show you. You can see it's already got some tape and some sap and some other things on it from doing some cutting and some tasks over the weekend and the past couple days in the shop. So as you know, I'm a big fan of the half track, so I'll just tell you why. And just before we get into that, let me jump back. So there is the drop point half track, and there is the Tanto half track. So basically same size, same specs, everything from the last video we did talking about just the half track. Probably let's just go over some noticeable differences, and then I'll get into what it is that I love about the half track. So the biggest difference obviously is the tip or the grind, but you'll also notice that the tip on the Tanto version is a much thinner tip. It's still got a lot of steel behind it. It's still a very effective tip. It's not something you're going to have to worry about being super delicate with, but it's definitely noticeable, especially do a lot of stuff with boxing and taping and packaging and opening packages and shipping packages, and I can definitely tell a difference with mine. Other big difference is the steel, and see if you guys can see that. It might be upside down or backwards through the video, but anyway, it's 20 CV steel. So very excited about these. They just came in a few days ago, and you know, the half track's been a very big seller for us. I think part of that's because I'm definitely a big promoter of it, but I got to tell you guys that we sell a lot of these, and people, the only complaint we get is that they didn't order it earlier. So what is it I love about the half track? Guys, it's a small knife. I mean, this is a sub 3-inch knife. It's 2.75 inch blade, and for that size knife, I can still get all 4 fingers on it. I can get a good grip on it. It's nice and thick. It's very sturdy. I haven't met a half track that hadn't flipped like a champ. And they're just cool, everywhere carry pocket knives. And I think I've proven that through some of our social media by doing posts from Disney World and church and just weddings, anywhere you can think of. I've got a half track in my pocket. So it's not uncommon for me to have a secondary knife. As a matter of fact, I almost always do. But I love having that top right pocket is almost always a half track. So, so anyway, with these, I thought I'd kind of do a few comparisons. Everybody seems to appreciate the comparisons we do. So we're going to cut away from here and give you guys some comparison shots with some other knives, and just to give you an idea and see if the half track's right for you. So we'll be back in just a minute. So for starters, I just showed it to you, but I figured I'd show it to you again on a flat surface. Here's the drop point compared to the Tanto. And definitely from this picture, you'll be able to see a little bit better that the 20 CV steel on the Tanto version. So move that out of the way. And next, I felt like we needed to bring in, these are relatively new from Hinderer knives. And this is the 3-inch XM18, and this is the Harpoon Tanto. So what you can see here is it's definitely, the 3-inch looks like a bigger knife, and it is longer, definitely. Where the biggest differences with the half track really lie, I'm gonna have to hold these up with my hands, I'm trying to do this over my head, is really that thickness of the handle and just a wider handle in all. Really, from lining up the pivots, you're not getting much more length on the handle, but you are getting a little bit more length in the blade. So just kind of depends. If you've got big hands like me, the half track's definitely a little bit more preferable. Next up, Sorry, grabbing stuff out of boxes here. Figured I'd show it next to the Hinderer MP1. And Hinderer MP1's definitely a bigger knife, longer knife, but a little thinner in the overall profile. But definitely a tank from Hinderer. Coming up next, show it with a 3.5 inch XM18. And this is the Battle Anthracite XM18 spear point. So as you can see, just giving you kind of a size comparison for you guys that own other Hinderers. And then wouldn't be doing it justice if I didn't show it next to one of my other favorite Hinderer knives, which is the Jurassic. And Jurassic's a little smaller than the XM18 3.5 and a little bigger than the 3 inch and definitely bigger than the half track. But figured I'd throw it in there for you guys that own the Jurassic. And then we'll go off the ranch for a little bit, and I'm gonna throw in a Benchmade Nakamura. These are really close in size. Handle's definitely bigger on the half track, but definitely a lot of similarities in overall length. The Nakamura is just a little bit longer. Next, I wanted to throw in one of the knives that we really like in the size range, which is the DPX Hest Urban. This is the Hest Urban Mil Spec, and darn near the same size. I mean, both great knives, just different price points for different reasons. DPX is actually coming out with a full-tie Hest Urban that I think will help you see where the price difference comes from. Next, I'm going to throw in some ZTs. We sell a lot of ZTs, so hopefully that'll help some of you guys out. Hate that ZT discontinued this knife. I'm sure they've done it for good reason, but this is a ZT 0900. Stunner of a knife, basically the same size. Just kind of some differences in how it overall feels in the hand and definitely in the blade profile. Next up, like I said, we sell a lot of ZTs, and we sell a ton of the ZT 0450s. So I wanted to kind of throw one of those in here for those considering changing up and getting a half track. And then I'm going to throw in a Chris Reeve small Sabenza. A lot of Chris Reeve owners are also Hinderer owners and vice versa. So right about the same size. Obviously thicker handle. You can't see it because of the level, but the half track is definitely a much wider knife as well, or thicker and wider. So really kind of deciding between those two comes down to preference. And then the last knife I'm going to throw in, because I'm going to do a shameless plug, is the Hinderer 3 inch coppered out Spanto. And the reason this is a shameless plug is because you can't get one anywhere else. This is the Battle Black coppered out Spanto 3 inch. And you can't get one anywhere else but right here at USA Made Blade. So I had to throw that in there. But anyway, guys, those are some comparison shots with some other knives that are very popular. I hope you guys appreciate the video and enjoy the video. We always enjoy trying to make them and do them. But I love mine. I'm a big half track nut. So definitely check these out. It's the Hinderer half track Tanto. And they are 20 CV steel. And they are currently in the stonewashed version in stock at USA Made Blade. And as always, guys, we appreciate you watching.